Okay, so this first clip, you'll see a normal contrail evaporate. The second clip is more of a modern version flying, and it looks like it's putting out chemtrails, and they've already figured out how to use it in the fuel directly. The third clip is one I took 4 years ago in Weaverville, California. And this was after the car fire, so it's hazy. But even in that video, you'll see I'm amazed to see a normal contrail. It's going to be hard to see. You're going to have a bigger screen probably, or a dark room. But it's there. It's a normal one. And there'll be some other stuff I post from Florida and other stuff from this exact same spot. Now the third or the fourth little clip is of a biologist up in Shasta doing experiments on water, ground, the air, and what he's finding, and presenting it either to the Shasta County Council or the State Council Board. I'm not sure which, but I have seen him do other presentations to politicians in the past. This is a little bit later, even though it's a little bit older. Don't know what's going on with it now, but I do know that this stuff is poisoning us, and it's in all of us. Not only that, it's in our food, it's in our water, it's in our air. Not good. And they seem to forget the science. You know, there's always two sides to what's going on. Science is always being revised, but they're not following. They did in the 70s. They took aluminum oxide out of underarm deodorant because women were getting a lot of breast cancer issues from it. The FDA knows about it, and it's still being sprayed. Thing I see, and what I see is nature takes care of itself. We don't have to do this. You're killing your own people. And I believe this has been going on for a long time, from eugenics, early 1900s, all the way till now. It goes into wars, and never-ending wars, constant wars, and think about the pollution that's sent up into the sky just from that. So my point of view is this is all about depopulation, period. There's nothing else it could be. Who does this to their own people? I'll stop here and let you watch the clip. It's gone. Now here's something different. From east to west. Probably going to Japan or Hawaii. And that looks normal so far. Where'd that other guy go? That's a normal contrail. That is what they're supposed to do back in the day. When I was growing up, that's what they did. Normal jet fuel.
You want some figures? Okay, latest water test. Tested the rain. 13,100 micrograms per liter of aluminum in the rain in 2013. Normally, it should be 0. So 13,100 is pretty damn much, folks. It used to be 0, then it was 100s in the 2000s, and then since 2010, it's into the 1000s and the latest 13,100. In the snow on Mount Shasta, pristine Mount Shasta, 8,000 foot level, 61,000 micrograms per liter, 4 times the amount that is found in the soil up there. Where in the hell is this stuff coming from if it's not coming from the soil? You know, these tests are international in scope. We're seeing this all over the world, guys. Okay, pH of acid soils is 20 times more alkaline. The aluminum in the soil has doubled in the last 10 years. Aluminum blocks essential nutrients. I am unable in my garden to restore normal pH, and that's because nanoparticles are now in the circulatory systems of both plants and humans. So welcome, fellow guinea pigs. The collapse and decrease of agriculture is something I worry about even more than the previous info about autism and Alzheimer's.
I'm glad that this biologist has brought up gardening. The last 8 or 10 years, I've had a hard time growing much of anything that produces correctly and in great amounts, especially tomatoes. Here's one. It's been raining down here in Florida, and I know that the bottom of the tomato, it's going, whatever's in the air and water is going to the bottom. Never seen this before. It's like a giant cancer spot. Anyhow, I also believe he's absolutely correct, because aluminum oxide is not natural in the soil. They want to put that out there now that it's in the soil anyway. Wrong. It is naturally in the ground and mined as bauxite, which is inert. It only turns to aluminum after you smelt it. And one of the byproducts of that, and some of the fertilizer stuff they do, is fluoride, which is, they can't put it in rivers, they can't get rid of it in the dump because it starts killing fish and animals. So they're slowly feeding it to humans through the water system. Thanks, guys. For me, I've been using filtered water that goes through 7 types of cleaning process, from reverse osmosis to ultraviolet. Costs a little money, but I am not drinking any water from any tap anywhere, period. These next few stills are from Northern California in the Cascades, and they're good about drying up California. I'll tell you what, they spray over the ocean, it drifts over, and it gave us hazy days almost every day, and then they spray on top of that layer, and that all goes back east and causes flooding, because they took all the water from California and sent it eastward. Anyway, the moon picture was one of those hazy nights, but I keep doing this. This next little clip is shows you a plane that is actually spraying out of its wingtips and not its engines, which they're probably still using those too. There's also a claim that the UFO, or a UFO, is following this plane, and I gotta wonder what the aliens are thinking. They must think we're crazy spraying poison on ourselves. So let's get on with this next clip. This next still is somewhere in the Plain States or Oklahoma or somewhere out that way. This next video I did the other day. This was like the second day in a row, and I had to make a video instead of stills. After this, you'll see the stills from the day before. And they're hitting us hard and heavy over here by the Cape. Okay, today I can't take just a picture to the sky like yesterday, but look at this. This is now getting crazy. They're really pushing it. Let me go to the other side. I just can't believe this shit. Of course the sun's gonna mess with it. It's the worst I've seen in a while. Shit's fucking everywhere. Thanks for poisoning us, boys. Don't know why you want to do this, but it really sucks. Over and out. These next pictures are from the day before that video. And I've been traveling around all over the country in my motorhome, and I see this everywhere. The last two stills in this batch are from about a couple weeks before in Florida, and they kind of look like stair steps. I believe they were actually roll clouds that were picking up moisture as they came across. Anyhow, I can't believe all the stuff they're throwing at us. This 5G is going to be hard on a lot of people because we have metal inside of us. If they turn up the power, we're going to have issues. And we were shown examples of that in Wuhan when they had everybody walking around sick with masks on, and they turned on their facial recognition 5G in Wuhan. Then we've seen people dropping dead. So yeah, there's an agenda, and I am not going to let anybody forget everything they've done to us so far over this time span of about a century. And I feel that it's still going on. They're even talking about it at Pfizer. The CEO of Pfizer's actually come out and admit that this is a eugenics program, along with the wants of Klaus Schwab, or whatever his name is, and his evil henchman, right arm man. It's a sad state of affairs. So be aware. And what winds up being a conspiracy sometimes is exactly the truth. So I just don't like what's going on, and I'm not going to forget about everything they've done in the past or are doing now, still to this day. Most definitely, I believe we are here to witness this. So enjoy the last clip. I don't know what we can do about this, but things need to change soon. The chemtrails coming from west to east, the wind pattern, and they're everywhere this morning. They've been doing it at night. Look at this. Thanks for the aluminum oxide, beryllium, and I forget what the other radioactive element is. It's all in their anticipation. And somehow HAARP is able to energize these particles to bring down incoming ballistic missiles while they poison the public. which is against the Constitution. And they're using it now in regular jet fuel, so it's everywhere. And it doesn't go away, it just spreads. Then it drops eventually onto our food, our cars, our houses, our grass, our trees.